Now then, welcome to the channel and the Lake District. Only just. We're right on the fringe of the national park today. The forecast was for the high hills to be pretty much clagged in all day, which as it's turned out they're not. So I thought we'd do a couple of outlying fells. So it's two separate walks today. We're not doing them all in one. They're only short walks, only less than 2 hours each walk. So we're parked in Bothell, which every time I say it, I want to add an R. And we're going to head up to Caermote Hill. Now, a lot of this walk is not on access land, so we'll see how we get on. So let's have a quick look at the first route. Looking back over my shoulder towards Bothell, and it's nice and quiet up here. It does get walked. There's plenty of footpaths that field we just came through there. We actually just walk in the mud, and there were plenty of footprints in the mud. So it does get used to this path. It is a bridle way for now until we get to the top of this hill. Then we branch off to the right, and that's where we go off piste, do a bit of trespassing. We'll see if there's any cattle up there. So that's over what's called St John's Hill, and over to Caermote Hill. And on St John's Hill there's a bit of a Roman, it's called the Battery, and then down at the bottom of Caermote Hill there's a Roman fort down there. So we'll have a look at them, if we can make them out on the ground. You can see them on satellite imagery, you can make them out. So we'll see if we can make them out when we get down there. Right, on we go. So if you're a regular to the channel, and if you manage to get right to the end of the videos, which neither category seems to have many people in it, I normally say about liking and subscribing right at the end. Well, to be perfectly honest, the channel is absolutely dying. I was doing really well. I don't know if you know how YouTube works, doesn't matter if you don't. I mean, what they call impressions and views were steadily rising. My subscribers were steadily rising. Then it peaked at about, I think it was about just less than 20,000 views for the day. Oh, hang on, I'm going the wrong way. Which I know in YouTube land is neither here nor there, but for a new channel trying to get off the ground is quite significant. And I was quite pleased. But then since that peak, it's just absolutely plummeted. And now I'm lucky if I'm getting 100 views a day, which is just shocking. Makes me wonder if I'm just wasting my time. So So what I'm going to ask is, if you do watch the videos, if you could give them a like, watch as much of them as you can bear, and drop us a comment. Tell me what you like about them, tell me what you don't. Tell me if you think I'm wasting my time. Yeah, all things like that. They help boost your views. And I'm absolutely desperate for views at the moment. I mean, at the moment I'm thinking whether to just pack it in or not. So whether I am just wasting my time. But I enjoy it. Obviously I enjoy the walking. And I've got into enjoying the filming, and I love doing the editing as well. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, if you can, drop us a comment or two. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you'd like to see. Stuff like that, all helps. Right, finished with that now. Let's go on with the walk. So while I was having my little whinge, we've left the bridle way somewhere over by them trees. They're the Gibbet Hill type trees, if you've seen my other videos where I mentioned that kind of thing. And that goes off over that way somewhere. We've not passed through any field boundaries or out like that, and there's like a path going off this way, and anyway we're trespassing now. So this should take us right over St John's Hill, Caermote Hill. From there we drop down onto a road, and I think we pick that footpath that I've just mentioned. I think we picked that up. Let's have a look at GPS. Yeah, we do. We come back. We come back on the footpath that goes right through the middle of that field full of cattle. So we might just walk up this way and back the same way. Like I said, when I've got Charlie, I'm nervous about cattle, and there's some young ones in there as well. We'll see. I might just go up here and back down the same way. Right, on we go anyway. I think that's designed to scare us off, isn't it? So I don't know if you can make out on here this earthwork going round here. That's what's called the battery. So I'm assuming that's where the Romans used to keep the weapons. I'm coming up to it now, can you make it out? Charlie's just on top of it now. I bet the Romans that were stationed here used to love it, and they could have been sunning themselves in Italy or wherever, and they get posted to Lake District. It's out top at High Street in the middle of a blizzard or something like that, thinking, oh, what have I done wrong to deserve this? Oh, Weechi there, did you see it fly off the wall? See if I can zoom in on it. Where is it? Can you make it out? And away it goes. Now there's cowpats in this field. I'm looking over there to Skidder. That was supposed to be completely clanged in all day today. Mind you, it's a Sunday, so no doubt it'll be busy as well. Come on this way, Charlie, quick shot. Right, we've just bagged Caermote there with the engravings on that rock, and we've not stopped. We're going to leg it down now. I don't know if you can make out on here. There's a quad revving up behind us. So whether that's a farmer boy coming to chase us off or not, I don't know. So that's made our minds up. We're not going to have to go back on the footpath through that field of cattle. Anyway, there's looking over Bassenthwaite to Skidder and the Coaldale Fells. Yeah. Right. Get ourselves down off here and onto the road. We're just arriving at the Roman fort. And I don't know what sound's going to be. It's only just dawned on me that I've forgotten the external mic. So it's all on blooming built-in mic phone, isn't it? I'm glad it's not windy. I knew I'd forgotten something. Alright, so this is the remains of the Roman fort. I don't know if you can make it out on here. Ridge going over towards that bush there. And there's Binsey. Last time I was on Binsey, I said about we needed to do Caermote Hill. There we go, there it is. And I said then I wasn't sure how we were going to do it because it was all on private land. So when I heard that quad revving up, I thought, oh God. In my bright orange t-shirt, it's not the best for doing a bit of stealth, is it really? So it's all on public. Well, we've dropped down onto the road for quite a while now. Then on footpaths back, but like I said earlier, one of the footpaths goes through that field of blooming cattle. So we'll have to see how we get on going through there. There's no other way, we'll have to do it. Maybe we'll just give them a wide berth, and then if we can't do that, maybe skirt round outside at field or something. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Alright, so we're heading down to this gate here. Well, so we've left the road and we're onto this track. And I think it's at the top of this track where the path goes diagonally over the fields to pick up our outward route. And I think it's one of them fields that was full of cattle. We've got to do it. There's no other way of getting back. We'll just have to see how we get on. Right, we'll see you in a bit. So the fact that this gate is open is good news. So there's no to pester us in this field, but we go over there and right through. Hang on. Right through the middle of them. Or we're supposed to. What I might do, I might just follow this hedge line. I've just had a look at GPS and this hedge line takes us right up to the path that we walked out on. Well, the trespassing bit of the path we walked out on. So I think rather than go through them, in fact I think if we go through this gate, there's just sheep in this gate, in this field, and then there's a fence, and then the cattle at the other side at next fence, aren't there? Right, so the footpath goes off up there. I'm not going to take them. I'm not going to take them cows on. We'll just follow this fence line. It's only a couple of 100 metres before we pick our outward route up. So we'll go straight up here. Looks to be only a few sheep in this field. Alright, up we go. We'll ignore that style. Carry on up here. Hopefully cow free and farmer free. Yeah, that's going to take some negotiating, isn't it? Right, we'll get Charlie over first. So that's that negotiated, and we're back on our outward route now. Still trespassing a bit until we pick the bridleway up somewhere near them trees over there. See if I can find out where the footpath through the cow field should have come out. Right, on we go. So this is where we should have come out, and look at that. Hey! So yes, I think we were wise to take the avoiding route, especially if they've got young with them. Well, they're not that young, are they? Right, safely negotiated. Right, we're back on public rights of way now. No scary farmers to chase us off. No scary cows to chase us. Right, on we go. Us nearly back at the car for round one. We're going to have our lunch there, and then we'll drive to Blind Craig for part two. So we'll see you when we get there. So here we are in Blind Craig, ready for leg two. So the intention now is to skirt round below the summit of Clints Crags and beyond it, heading over towards Sunderland and then back over the top and through the fields. So let's have a quick look at the route for this leg. Right, let's look at that fella there. I know he's sat down and he's not paying any attention. Right, so we're not going through that field. We'll go around and look at this fence and get through here, no problem. Right, so we'll go the opposite way around and we'll get to the top of the hill and double back on ourselves. We're not going that way. Yeah, dear. So we're doing it in reverse. We've left the road through the village back there, and we're just going to have to do an out and back. I'm not chancing going through that field full of cattle and that bull, not with Charlie. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. I don't think it's going to be much of a walk now, this one, but it'll be another hill ticked off. Right, on we go, see what happens. Hopefully them cows will stay well over there. I think we go just straight up here where these sheep are. So I think this little pile of stones here marks the Wainwright summit. It is marked as a spot height on the OS map of 245 metres. Well, that's us nearly back into the village. Bit of a shame about having to cut that one short. I certainly wasn't going through that field with that bull practically right next to the gate. Not with Charlie anyway. So we've ticked it off anyway. Well, I hope we have. And it's been a nice day. We've not seen anybody while we've been out. One thing I've noticed though about doing the lesser frequented fells and burkets and these outlying fells, some of them can be a bit tricky and a bit stealthy. Says me wearing his bright orange shirt. So now we're almost back at the road here. So I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said earlier, if you have, well, even if you haven't, I'd be really grateful if you could at least give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel and comment. I'd love to get some comments, and they all help as well. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Tra.